Okay, yo, what is up, YouTube family? Today I'm gonna be doing part 1 of what? Naruto. What if Luffy had had black flames. So basically, he's gonna get this instead of the Gomu Gomu no Mi except for the Gomu Gomu no Mi fruit. He's going to get the Gomu Gomu. Except he's going to get the Gomu Gomu Fee fruit. So this is actually kind of going to be light on Tarasu. So yeah, it's going to be crazy. Let's get right into this what if. And I don't know why on my last video, like, for some reason, YouTube switched, like, the entire photo. Like, the photo that y'all see when y'all open a video. They switched it to that photo, to a different photo, which got me a little irritated, because I was thinking the reason why y'all ain't watching it is because it's a picture of the admirals and Whitebeard with some random guy, with Marco, so that's why I thought that y'all were not watching it. But let's get right into this. What if? Like, comment, subscribe, share to all of your friends on your social media platforms, YouTube. Let's get into this one. So Luffy's gonna get this when he's a kid. We switch to Luffy's a little bit more serious. We switch to the Alabasta arc when Luffy first looks at Crocodile in a fieldy desert. Luffy says, "I'm gonna kill you. You know that? For all the pain you've caused Nami." "What? You fancy her?" "What?" And then Crocodile says, "Nothing. You wouldn't understand. Come, I'll allow you to get the first hit. Straw hat. Ink loose, Luffy." As Luffy then smirks as he says, "Are you sure you don't want to get the first hit in? It's a pleasure. Come on, I'll let you go at it. Come on. Hit me with your best shot." As Luffy then puts that ink that's on his hand, not the dragon, the fire that's on his hand, and he rushes up he rushes up to, my head just went blank. Dang it. So no, this is going to be black tar. Kind of. He rushes up to Crocodile, as then he punches Crocodile, which Crocodile coughs out blood. This punch was so hard. And then Luffy says, "Now you're dead." As he's spreading his virus, his poison all over Crocodile's body. Crocodile then coughs out blood, as then Luffy says, "Now do you know the pain that Vivi was feeling?" As he brings his hand back, and then all of a sudden, that dragon in his hand then extends, as he says, "It's time for you to feel that pain." And then he brings the dragon down, as the dragon smashes into Crocodile, which Crocodile coughs up so much blood and is now filled with ink. Robin is looking at Luffy in amazement. Then she realizes she has to capture Luffy. So then she tries to capture Luffy, but then Luffy turns into tar and grabs her hands. And all of a sudden, Luffy then turns into Glop. As then he gets up, and he's standing right in front of Robin. And then when she looks over to see the Glop has fully slipped into the ground. As Luffy turns from his Glop all the way to his regular human form, as he says, "This is for getting on my ship and terrorizing my crew earlier." As he then uppercuts Robin. Him and Robin are having little discussions, as she asks, can I join your crew?" And why would I make you do that? As Luffy then takes the sword, then makes a tar sword, and then he says, you have to prove yourself to me before you can join my crew. Aren't you gonna drown him? That last attack should have taken him out. It's mixed with water, and it seems that his weakness is water, just like me. He has a devil fruit, isn't that right? Oh. Does that mean that your weakness is water, too? Ugh. Hey, so I'm basically the emperor of the world. As Luffy then walks away, Robin is just shocked. Luffy is a weird but strong kid. As she then smiles and smirks, and then she takes Crocodile. She knows that that won't kill Crocodile. So we have where the entire war happens, and Luffy just looks at Crocodile and he asks, why are you terrorizing so many people? Just so you can get your name written in the books? Aren't you a warlord? You'll get kicked out of the warlord position if they figured out what you've done. I don't care. I'll rule an entire country, and I'll be under my name. And I'll get the poneglyph. You... Oh my god. A poneglyph, that's what you're after. I can actually read poneglyphs. Now, the only way that Luffy can read poneglyphs... No, Luffy didn't say that. But Luffy can actually read poneglyphs. The only reason why he can do that is because if he puts his ink over poneglyphs, it shows the poneglyph letters in, real words. So then he can, read the poneglyph. So I'd say there's no real need for Robin. So Robin's still gonna join the crew. I like her. I like her energy, She's chill. Sorry. As Luffy then walks away, and he says, I know your weakness. It's my weakness. The only thing is that I can blend in with water. Not for that long. For only 5 minutes, and then my powers will be cut off, and I'll lose my swimming ability. 5 minutes, that's your time limit before you drown in water, right? Well, that was good to know. Shouldn't have told me that, you fool. As Crocodile is not gonna make the same mistake, and he rushes at Luffy with a ginormous sandstorm. Sand coffin. That's gonna be another what if that I'm gonna do, but instead, that's gonna be a Naruto what if, because I have not been doing my Naruto what ifs at all. Oh. Luffy turns around and as he uses his shield and hits Crocodile right in the face, Crocodile falls on the ground, falls on his back. Crocodile jumps back. He says, "You're gonna pay for that, you brat." As then Luffy creates a tar sword, if you will. No, Luffy makes his hand kind of into a tiger's, as he says, I'm gonna pay for that. That was just one hit. What you've done to this country, oh, you're gonna have to pay Helen back. As Luffy then rushes at Crocodile, cutting him right in the chest. Then he does it again and again. And then, for his last move, he uses a dragon kind of Rasengan, and his fists are balled up, and then he punches Crocodile in the gut. Crocodile coughs out blood on Luffy's face, and Luffy says, "Ugh, I don't want your nasty blood on me." As he then spits in Crocodile's eye. Crocodile's then down. As Luffy yells, "Crocodile is down! Stop!" So everybody stops. But then the same rampage happens and people are attacking people. So, when Luffy gets to the Ding Dong Bell and the guy brings it up in the sky, Luffy throws a pit of tar around the... No, when Luffy sees the bomb, he says, "This is going to be a problem. Wait, I think I can somehow jam its system." As Luffy then... not until... Robin tells him, if you can cover the bomb with your tar, you can probably jam the system. You traitors, Robin, as Sanji then kicks both of them in the face. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Luffy covers it in tar, and then he tells the guy, "Can you please fly it up?" And the Viva says, "No, you're insane!" Okay, I don't need you to fly it up. As the guy, let's say that the guy wasn't here. Luffy said, somebody's gonna need to fly this up in the air, just in case the system didn't work. Well, none of us have flying powers. Yeah, and I'm all out of ammo. Well, I guess it's all on me then. What? If that bomb could destroy an entire city, no, an entire country, no, the entire map of Alabasta. You think of what it would do to your body. Also think about this. I'm a Logia type. And and if I explode, then I won't die. But the power from the bomb with firing resolutions of an explosion, that would kill you, Luffy. You can't do that. You can't, even if you, Luffy, even though you're Logia type, your fire is only going to about reciprocates. It's going to be like water when you're underwater for 5 minutes. The fire, the bomb, when it explodes, it's going to... How do I explain this? Your tar, it's not going to be strong enough. Okay, then I'll just use my real body. You'll die. Don't worry. Hey, I'm immortal. As Luffy then puts his hand into the ground, there's a little speck so small, and they ask, "What are you doing, Luffy?" Just a little trick. As Luffy then flies into the air, they say, "No, Luffy!" Well, this is the end of our captain, is it? Sanji, how could you be so calm? I don't know. I just have a feeling that Luffy's somehow gonna survive this. He survived hell and back. Especially when we fought one of the Marines. Oh, you're talking about the Admiral. Now, did not actually happen in the real One Piece, but let's say Luffy went face to face with Akainu. And no, with Aokiji. Yeah, that Admiral did freeze him. Luffy stood a chance as he got a couple hits on the Admiral, but the Admiral nearly killed him until Zoro came in while the Admiral was a little bit tired, and the Admiral froze the entire place then left. Luffy had to be rushed to a hospital immediately, and let's say that's how they got shot. That's how they got Tony Chopper. Yeah, we gonna be changing some things up. So Luffy was real sick, or he was in near stages of death, and he went to Tony Chopper or Dr. Reen and got healed. So Luffy then flies in the air. As he keeps flying and he keeps flying. Wait, doesn't his power, as Sanji then said, As Zordon says, doesn't his power have some regeneration effect? Yeah, but like I said, it's going to be like he's underwater. He can't do much. Yeah, you're right. We should probably try to stop him. You didn't think of that before, moron! Well, neither did you! That's what Sanji and Zoro both said. As Luffy flies off into the air, he says, okay, we're almost... As the bomb then explodes. Luffy, while the bomb was exploding, he decided that he needed to teleport, and he teleported, but a lot of his body got damaged from that attack. As Luffy comes out with half of his body burnt or destroyed, if you will. As Luffy, and let's just say, this is how Luffy got his scar. As Luffy has a giant gash in his chest, and he's coughing out blood. But when his team comes to rush after him, he says, "No, stay back." As all of a sudden, he then starts to heal himself with his ink. So he turned a little bit of his blood into ink, which he sacrificed his blood. Don't worry, he's gonna get his blood back, after everything's alright. But he's going to be left with that ginormous gash. Wait, that's not healthy, Luffy. Using your blood and turning it into tar? I don't think that's really healthy. Shut up, Chopper. I mean, I'm sorry, Chopper. As Chopper then goes to cry. And then he comes back and says, "You're doing something wrong to yourself. You're gonna die, Chop. You're gonna die, Luffy." Not if I can. I'm just gonna use it for a little while. As while Luffy's in the process of doing this, he's healed half of it, but then he falls in the ground and unconscious. As this is where we're going to be ending off this What If. Like, comment, subscribe, share to all of your friends on your social media platforms, YouTube. We're out. Peace.